Denver currently fourth in the West at 42-21. 9 games left for Denver. 8 left for Los Angeles. Zubac's down low, bumped by Jokic. And Zubac's will go to the line. Shot clock at 7. Jokic behind the arc, shooting a career high from out there, and he swishes it through for the first points for Denver.
You know, you talk about not easing into the game. That's something that T. Lue says he's been preaching now for the last couple of weeks.
Jokic again for 3. No good. Zubac with the board.
He's just been that backbone for this team, regardless of all the things that have been going on. COVID, injuries. He's been just the most consistent player. And so it's hard to make an argument against him.
Meanwhile, the Clippers are, well, they were 7 of 7 until that miss by Reggie Jackson.
Kawhi Leonard back today, but it's impressive to see this early start here, 6 minutes in, especially against the Denver Nuggets, who have the best first quarter offense in the league.
And now Jokic trying to back down. Now facing up. They don't double him here. The shot clock at 7. Jokic just toying with everybody, lays it in. What a beautiful move by Jokic. Do you think that matters at all for the Nets once we get to the playoffs?
If they're healthy, no, I don't think it matters. If you're shorthanded and you have guys in and out, it's hard to get that system and that rotation.
Clippers have gone almost 4 minutes without a point. The big 3, by the way, for Brooklyn has played only 7 games together. 7 out of 64 as Porter hits again.
Jokic at the free throw line. He's been available all year long. No injuries for him and has just been dominant.
When have you not had the green light in your lifetime? That's what I want to know.
So we'll see.
So far, so good.
Yeah, the list. Yes, I definitely have taken. You've taken the most people took the under on my broadcaster career, so I've already surpassed that.
Not a good showing. The Clippers against Denver had a 3-1 series lead and lost, and they still haven't been to a conference finals in 50 seasons. Count the bucket for Porter and 1. Denver and the Clippers splitting the first 2, so that could play a role in terms of the tiebreaker and potentially avoiding the Lakers in the first round. Great pass by Jokic on the alley-oop to Gordon. Gordon in his 7th year. Speaking of Arizona, he played in Tucson for 1 year. So
5, 6, 7 years and are NBA vets, but they're only 25 years old. That can cause for some very confusing locker rooms when you're just like, well, who are the veterans? Because normally the veterans were 30, but even when you bring in an alpha like Rondo, it can raise the level of other players like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George.
Jokic to the basket for the jam.
If we're going to compare his MVP season to Shaq's, I think the dunk stats might be a little bit different.
That's 9 for Jokic. Turnaround jumper is off the mark for Morris. Jokic pushing tempo. This is where he is at his best. Denver by 4. Jokic at the elbow. Too strong. 16 minutes played, 9 points. George working against Gordon, way off the mark. Ooh. Rebounding and assists in a game. That's tied with several other guys for the 3rd most ever. End of February, early March. Been a really consistent team despite not having a consistent lineup. George misses the 2nd free throw. Denver with a brutal schedule coming up. They're at the Lakers Monday. That game's on ESPN. They return home for a game Wednesday against the Knicks. Then they go to Utah Friday and then play Brooklyn at home on Saturday. Around 40. James Harden has now missed 25 on the year.
Well, and Coach Malone brought up a great point. When you look at the final 4 teams that were in the bubble.
And you saw that list, one of 7 players to start every game. The only other player on one of those 4 teams was Duncan Robinson as Jokic scores along the baseline, schooling Zubac again.
Surrendered the 2 free throws to Campazzo after the whistle and have surrendered the lead in the process. Can Reggie get it back? Jokic gets the rebound, his 8th. He's got 13 points as well.
Porter using that Jokic screen. Jokic up top. Good on the 3. Facing up against Zubac. Here comes the double. Jokic falling away. What a gorgeous shot. Degree of difficulty off the charts against Zubac there. 7-0 run by Denver. The shot clock is down to 5. Here's Jokic again off 1 foot. It almost drops. And taken off the rim by George. Just made one of those going to break on the baseline. George gets rid of Campazzo there. Just bodies him out of the way, but can't make the shot. Jokic left alone. A blows by everybody, and the Clippers let him go right to the rim for the easy slam. Storylines, including the latest on Aaron Rodgers, coming up SportsCenter next, ESPN and the ESPN app. Jokic comes up short on the 3, keeps it alive though, and gets to the loose ball. Storylines, including the latest on Aaron Rodgers, coming up SportsCenter next, ESPN and the ESPN app. Jokic comes up short on the 3, keeps it alive though, and gets to the loose ball. Pitched and still shot it, and that's his second 3, 13 points for Porter, who over the last 5 games is averaging 30 per game.
Goal is always point per shot.
George around and out, so he's now 5 of 17. He's also missed 3 free throws. Clippers though only down 4. Rivers good on the 3. His first points was also in Sacramento. Picked up that 300th victory on Thursday. Both of those though coming with the Nuggets. Oh, what a move by Jokic around Zubac, and then the pretty finish.
Clippers tried to go small back in the first half. Jokic fakes the 3, accelerates to the rim, and lays it in. It's an 11-point lead now.
You know, I'm saying you drop 4. It's like those margins are so tough. That's what makes it so impressive when guys are at 90 and above.
Here in this third quarter, 7 of 15, which is an upgrade from how they've been shooting. The Nuggets 10 for 22.
16 points in the third quarter for Jokic. Just as
and look, I think Jokic is leading at this point in time. There's a lot of names that deserve votes and to be in that conversation.
Cousins is fouled. I mean, you got, Luka, Steph Curry, Campazzo calling for it, and Gordon says, I got it. Now Jokic, too strong on the 3. Rondo rebound. Big minutes off the bench for DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard will try a 3. Won't fall. Leonard's only got 12 points in this game. Really quiet since. Leonard will try a 3. Won't fall. Leonard's only got 12 points in this game. Really quiet since a brilliant first quarter. What a pass ahead. Jokic. Layup for Porter. He's got 25 and a timeout by LA.
And really the Denver Nuggets should have about, just if you can keep this or maintain this right around the 2-minute mark, the game really, it gets down to just percentages.
Third team foul. First in the last 2 minutes against.
And just think about the luxury it is that you have your center that, so you always want the ball in his hands. There's never a moment in the game where you don't want it in his hand.
Rondo was trying to come behind and strip Jokic. What a great look over the top. Campazzo drills it. Here's Cousins. And they're going to call a foul on Jokic, but they're going to say no, it was on the floor. I think because
they can't review it, and they can't. I like that Campazzo didn't let Rondo roll the ball up, take off more time off the clock.
Paul George short. Jokic with the rebound, and looks like the Clippers are going to back off.